hear me out. We need to sue these universities because now a year removed, they're taking away all my fucking credentials, man. I can't get into Adobe. I can't get into Microsoft. They're like, oh, you're not a student anymore. Well, what if I still fucking need it in my real life? You ever think about that? You guys just have your students, and then once they're gone, you're like, oh, let's just throw them to the curb. What if I would? And then you send me an endowment to be like, oh, contribute back to your school. You guys don't even give me Adobe or Microsoft Office anymore.
They don't even let you keep the email address. You dedicated your last at least 4 years to putting it to everything that you have, and they're just like, oh, like in 60 days that shit's gone, so like please remove everything you need from there.
It puts such a huge hole in my heart because I dedicated so much time into this place, and now 4 years later, fuck me, because I'm an alumni, you guys take away everything that mattered to me. Well, you know what? Now I'm gonna drag the name through the mud every single day because I am offended and appalled that they took away my Microsoft Office and Adobe. And now I'm gonna have to.
You're sad.
I'm gonna have to One Piece that shit.
Oh
I'm gonna have to
my
One
God.
Piece that shit. The One Piece version.
Ah, yes.
I'm gonna have to get the One Piece version of all that stuff. But
you know, actually, recently, I got a call to do a donation.
for school.
Yeah,
Really?
And I was like, bro, I went for a year, and they were like, yeah, but you know, like anything helps. I was like, I'm sorry, like this is not financially, this is not a good time. And
I
they're
think
like, oh,
they were scamming you.
huh?
I think they were scamming you.
Maybe. No, it was the official BU number.
No, you don't get calls though.
don't get
I think
calls?
you just get letters.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I got a lot of letters.
Oh.
Yeah, they were like persistent. They were like, yo, well, maybe, but they were gonna get money out of me.
Yeah, I'm too poor for that shit.
That's
be
not
honest.
happening. But yeah, I was like, wow, like they started talking to me. They were like calling to check in, and then like when they finally hit the but like you know like to support your program, I was like, I know what this is. I didn't expect this to happen, but y'all not getting money out of me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that pre-college program that I was in never asked for any money by any means, but I remember talking to the director and I was like, damn, y'all could at least like slide me a shirt or something if y'all want some fucking money back, you know? Like I could go with some nice little
Give me
merch
a
or something.
sticker, yeah.
Give me something, you know? Endowment this, endowment that. I'll contribute to my community, but I don't know so much about my college community. They can fend for themselves. A lot of those people that go there have a lot of money. And the kids that don't, I wish them the best, and those kids I will help.
Good luck.
Good luck, because
believe
I was
in
a
you.
kid in your shoes one day,
Don't buy books.
and now I'm a grown up. I'm an adult in the real world. You know what's funny? Like, so I shaved my beard by accident.
Oh, that's why you look different.
Yes.
I couldn't pinpoint it.
So you know, like that.
Wait, by accident?
Yes. So you know that Vine all those years ago that's like, oh, I sucked dick on accident. She was like, how the fuck you suck dick on accident? I'm like starting to understand things a little more.
I feel like there could have been 100 other examples. It had to be that one. Like it had to be that one.
It had to, because I shaved my beard by accident. Because I was trying to trim it down. Like I tried to trim it down, and then so I did a 3, then a 2. Hear me out. Having a mustache is the hardest form of facial hair to keep up with. That's the truth. Fuck a beard, fuck a goatee, fuck everything else. Trying to keep a nice mustache, that takes a real person right there. That takes someone with some, like, you know, some rigor, you know what I mean? Like someone that's willing to put in the work, because that is the hardest piece of facial hair to maintain.
You fuck up or let it descuidado. I can't translate that right now. Why the fuck?
I just blinked very hard on what that word is.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't
unkept.
Yeah, it's like now you got a case. Now you look like you look at children.
Yeah, a good mustache is hard to fucking come across, but once you do have it, I think that shit is so hard. So what happened with me is, I don't have a nice mustache. I just let my full beard grow because that is the lazy man's, you know, art. Letting the full you wouldn't understand, of course,
I
because
got my 5 chin hairs that grow in. I
Yeah.
shaved them today.
that's the thing. Okay, hear me out. When you're younger, you're like kind of wishing for facial
No, I
hair.
didn't. I never wish for.
Okay,
facial
well,
hair.
some people do. And then I finally got to the age where, like, I have facial hair consistently, and I wish I could go back to 16 and never grow any fucking facial hair, because the upkeep is literally so fucking hard. It's so hard to maintain everything so nicely, you know what I mean? I think we should go less hair, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the times people are clowned for being bald and baby face, but I think that is the that should be the beauty standard. Because I think it's just easier to upkeep baldness than it is to upkeep a nice haircut.
You don't upkeep baldness. You just live like that.
Well, people shave their head, buddy. People shave their
But
head.
they're not bald.
Well, if you bald your head, what do you have?
You don't bald your head.
Yes, you do.
You shave your head.
You shave it to what?
A 0.
Bald.
No, bald is when you like can't grow hair.
No. Bald is when bald is when you have no hair on your head.
Yeah, like it's not coming back.
No, not that it's not growing back. People can be bald by choice. You're not like, it's not a fucking disease that it's like, oh no, we can't say that it's bald unless you're like no hair is growing back. Like no, people are bald, like can choose to be bald.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But whatever. I shaved my beard. I did like a 3 on
You
my
went
beard.
bald on your face.
3 on my mustache, but then my mustache is so much fucking darker than the rest of my face that it looks so bad. So I did like a 2 on my mustache, and then it still looked bad. So I did a 1 on my mustache, but then this looked too short, and then the rest of my beard looked too long. So I just did a 1, and I was baby faced for like a week.
Wow.
And it sucks because when I'm baby faced, I'm fucking baby faced. Like I look 16 years old, and I work in like in a place with a lot of I work with a lot of older people, and I'm the youngest guy in my line of work.
Oh, so it got worse. They were like, "Aw,
son." It's not even that, dude. I was going into some places, and I would get stopped by like 6-7 security guards because they'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm here to do that." They're like, "You're here to do that?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh, my bad." But they probably think I'm like 16-year-old high school kid that just snuck into this place that I'm not supposed to be at. But I'm not. I'm in the places I'm supposed to be. And that goes to show, man, the older I get, the younger older people look to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're young, I see these older people, and I'm like, yo, they're close to their deathbed, yo. Like these motherfuckers.
You're 16, you see somebody in their 30s, you're like, damn, bro, what happened?
Go start a family, dog. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Like
now at the age of 23, you're like, damn. That shit's tomorrow.
Yeah. No, actually, that shit is tomorrow. And it's scary, but it's real. But it goes to show, too, how perception changes so fucking much from when you're that little kid to now. Because when I was a little kid, I thought all these motherfuckers had this shit figured out. And I don't even mean it in terms of, like, regular life. I just thought...
You were a well-rounded person.
Or just, like, the childishness stopped. You know what I mean? It's one thing to be funny and goofy with your friends. Like, that form of childishness should never die because, it's just about, like, keeping high spirits or whatever. But childishness where it's, like, people are so, like, catty and, like, just rude and, like,
bratty.
Liars and weird. And it's, like, I had the perception that this was just a little kid thing.
This
like,
isn't how adults act.
Yeah.
That was like, that's just how adults are. Like, oh, no. You're still a child.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you're just a child
you're
with
yelling
some
at
more
me
money.
for doing what you do.
And it's so like not that I dissect them, but like I look at some of the relationships my parents are in, right? Like friendships and stuff, and I'm like, why are you guys even like friends? Like you guys don't sound like you really like all these people all that much. Like why are we still entertaining them? Like maybe you should just cut them off or something like that. Because me, I'll just cut them off. If we have such a bad relationship and like I really have genuine disdain for you,
I'm just not gonna hit you up.
I will just know we are adults. I have the choice to just never ever in my life see you again in my entire life unless I actively plan to see you. Most people don't know where I live. It's not like you could just show up and be like, "Oh my god, dude, I just ran it." Like that's never gonna happen. That's never ever gonna happen. But we're actively choosing to participate in relationships that are bad for us, and it's like, why? Why? But the biggest thing for me is the lying. That's something the thing is like I knew that like lying was a forever thing, like I knew that was a thing. But sometimes it's just like
you still think I'm 8 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't think I could like you're a terrible liar. You're just 50. Like it's like not you didn't across 50 years you did not learn the art of lying. You've always been ass. People just let you get away with it.
Yeah.
But me, I'm gonna call you out on that shit. Like, why are you lying?
It's just so crazy to run the dynamic because we are still very young people in our adult lives or whatever. So all these older people will be like, oh, you know, like, oh, they have all this much more experience and this, that, and the third. But sometimes I see those people and I'm like, you are way less well adjusted than me. Like, you are still not adjusted to the regular world. Like you're still very much not knowing what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean? And that's fine. I'm not saying you need to know what's like, but I'm talking about just people being weird and childish. And I'm like, come on. Like, I'm 23.
I don't know what that means. Can you give me an example?
Like people like demanding things that aren't possible or something like that. Or like you were, tell like the pizza, the John, the what's it called? John? What's it called?
Papa John?
Papa John's story.
Son. That was the worst. Like, okay, that wasn't the worst, right?
It was
like,
the worst. Just say it was the worst.
It was the fucking worst. It was. It
Be
was.
hyperbolic.
Like,
It's
I'm here to
okay.
complain. I'm sorry, y'all. It's my turn to complain. Because that Thursday night, bro, what was supposed to be a 5-minute pizza pickup turned into an hour. Because, one, people aren't ordering online. Like, just order online. That's what the app is for. We had somebody in line talk with the cashier for like 10 minutes talking about something like, man, these young people, you know, they just like to stay at home. They don't like to interact with people. But me, I come here to talk to the cashier and ask them about their day. And we're like, bro, nobody cares.
Yeah,
the cashier was there like, bro, like, what do you want on this pizza?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? He was like, nah, man, like, I'm here to rant because, like, the young people, like, oh, the phone this. Nah, I come here cash ready. And he was like, he doesn't care. The cash is for the store. It's not for him.
The thing is, older people like that, like, you literally just have to, like, nod your head until they stop. You be like, word.
That's right, buddy.
Those young people.
It's like a 5-year-old. It's like a 5-year-old. Like, oh, that's great, buddy. That's great. That's awesome.
It's funny because at the spectrum of age, it's like the 5-year-old is treated the same as the 85-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, you go back, you revert in how people treat you. It's like 5-year-old, oh my god, so cute. He's just saying nonsense. Middle age are like, fuck you, grown man. Start a family. Old age like, oh, this old guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Let me just nod and agree.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then after that, bro, there was somebody. Okay, like, I don't know. Well, I don't even know. I want to say how would you handle the situation because the situation was just annoying. Someone after that, like finally when that dude left, somebody else came to order pizzas and he was demanding 4 medium pizzas. Like he was like, I need 4 medium pizza. I need 4 medium pizza. And the guy was like, okay, what do you want? And the guy was like, I want this. And he was asking for like some garlic specific thing that they only make in large pizzas. So the guy was telling him like, you want 4 medium pizzas? Just get like 2 or 3 large. Like that's fine. Like it'll be bigger than your medium pizza. He was like, no, I need 4 medium pizzas. But so then by then I like caught ear that like, okay, this guy's not like leaving. He's like, what? Like why is he like having trouble? But I heard his accent.
He had
so I was
a
like,
language barrier.
Yeah,
as they call it. Okay.
So I went and I was like, oh, okay. Like, do you need some assistance? Like in Spanish, I was like, okay, do you need some assistance? Do you need a translator? He was like, yeah, I don't really understand. Which I was like, whenever I see that happen, I always try to help because like it sucks. It sucks growing up like with seeing people that like they don't know what they're doing. But at the same time, I'm okay. What was your plan? Do you just want to show up and hope that they spoke Spanish?
Yeah.
But like at the same time, you don't know how to order a pizza? It's just a pizza. Just get a cheese or whatever.
Cheesy.
But so I go to him. He was like, I need 4 medium pizzas. I was like, okay, what do you want? He was like, well, I want this. And I was like, they don't make it in large. They make it in medium. But he was like, just tell them to make it in medium. I was like, I can't. They just can't do it. It's not something that they do. But he was like, just tell them that I want the medium. Just tell them it's for me. It was like, dog, like they're not gonna change the menu.
Oh, it's for you. It's for you. Oh, bro, let's start making like what the.
Bro, he needs 4, bro. Like, just give it to him.
But
like,
that's the thing, right? As an adult, how do you not fucking understand that? You're fucking an adult. Like, I don't care if there's a language barrier. Are you gonna go to a restaurant? You're gonna go to a pizza spot and be like, oh.
Where's my sandwich? Oh, not sandwich. I don't know. Where's my pasta?
Even come on. Something bad.
Where's my McFlurry?
Yeah. You're not gonna go to fucking pizza and ask for a McFlurry, like, or an ice cream cone. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna do that. And if they don't have an ice cream cone, you're not gonna fucking tell the cashier, oh, go buy some fucking ice cream. Like how does that make sense?
Like, this is crazy. How do you not carry this? Like, this is insane. Bro, that shit was already pissing me off. But then bro did not know what he wanted on his pizzas. I was like, you came for 4 pizzas, but you don't know what you want on it? This must have been some ritual, bro. He must have been getting hazed to get these pizzas. But whatever.
Was it like a young guy?
No, he was balding. Actually, he could still be like 23 and balding,
probably,
but like I don't know. He seemed older, like maybe mid-30s. Who knows? But After that, I just told the cashier, I was like, bro, give me the menu. I'm gonna just show him what the toppings are. He could just pick from there. I give him the menu. One, there's a language barrier, so I don't know why he decided to take the menu and be like,
But you also speak Spanish and you could translate.
I could, yeah, but he just took the menu. He was like, okay, yeah, I want this, this, and this, and this. Bro started pointing at categories, sauces, like meats, veggies, and like it's like napkins. He was like, I want a pizza with this. I was like, bro, you want a pizza with napkins? He was like, no. Just tell him to like mix it up with whatever is here. I was like, what does that mean, bro?
That is this guy sounds like the king of indecisiveness, and I was mad at him. I was mad at him. Like like you told me this story before, and I was upset at him, and now I kind of get it.
Oh my god!
No, like I kind of like that level of indecisiveness. That level of indecisiveness. Sometimes like it's so crazy that I just understand it. You know what I mean? Because how can you go to these places, see so many things on a menu, and just know what you want? I think there's something wrong with you if you know exactly what you want.
I know what I want every time.
The second, no.
But that's because I eat two things.
Hear me out. If there's a large menu and you're not a little indecisive and know exactly what you want, I personally think there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. Like, if you don't even question your choice at all, like, are you that confident in your menu picking decisions that you don't even have to question? You're like, oh, I want the chicken parm sandwich. You don't even think about the fucking linguine pasta that's on this shit. You're just thinking about that chicken parm sandwich, and you're like, I'm so confident that I'm just going to choose the chicken parm.
Yeah. Like, you know what you're going in there. Like, oh, I'm craving some chicken. I'm going to have some chicken.
Yes, but there could be 6 chicken menus. But knowing specifically you want that chicken parm, I feel like you're just... by being indecisive, you're giving yourself more opportunity to try new things. You know, I think if you're too decisive, you're robbing yourself of that opportunity.
Oh, my God. You know, I already know this is something that you must do, bro. Server comes over, he's asking people what they want. He asks you first, and you're like, you order first.
Oh, yeah. Yes, easy.
He'll be like, you order first. Okay, I want a chicken sandwich. Back to you.
I want a chicken sandwich.
Like, bro, my mom be doing that shit. I feel like I have some other people in my life that do that shit. It's like, dog, like, me, I'm not going to take like 10 years to order. Like, why are you just taking forever to like make this happen? Like, just pick what you want and then just scrambling. Like, just you need more time. Ask for more time.
The thing is, if I'm scrambling, like I'm gonna make a bad decision. I'm gonna choose everything. Like I'll just be like, they'll be like, you wanted hash browns? Like I'll be in a Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru. I'll be like, yo, let me get my typical order, whatever. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a plain bagel, a little iced caramel macchiato, medium. For those of you if you guys ever want to buy me breakfast. And it'll be like, do you want hash browns? And sometimes I'd be so ill prepared for that fucking question. Like, sometimes I am so ill prepared. I'm like, what was that? They're like, do you want hash browns? I'm like,
that isn't pull up to the next window.
Dude, it's like fucking my eyebrows start quivering. It's like, but I didn't even say anything about hash browns. Why are we offering to add hash browns to my order? I never said, oh, yeah, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese and hash browns. No. I said, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese on a plain bagel. Why did the secret third option popped up for fucking hash browns?
You think they just randomly spun the wheel and picked like a random side and they were like, yeah, let me offer you hash browns.
Dude,
bro.
You know what's the worst? It's like they usually offer hash browns. Fine. It's a very popular side dish. You know what I mean? But one time I went to one, this motherfucker was like, do you want hash browns? Maybe a donut or something. I was like, why are we? Stop! That's not what I ordered. I ordered a shit. Like, what thing? Why are we adding?
He was just trying. He was making sure. He's like, yo, you sure you don't want a fucking donut? Like, you might be craving a donut.
And I'm so indecisive. Like, it stresses me out. Sometimes, like, it's like when they ask you if you want to donate to like a thing.
I'll be like, do you want to donate to starving children? It's only $1. No.
What pisses me off, no, I don't mind it if it's like, oh, it's $1. I hate when they're like, oh, do you want to donate today? I'm like, yeah. They're like, how much do you want to donate? No, give me the fucking options. Give me the options. Don't tell me how much do I want to donate.
I got 2 singles. That's it.
Dude, it makes me feel so broke whenever I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll donate. And they're like, how much? No, just make the decision for me.
How much do you put?
Yeah, that shit actually drives me insane. Like, that's one of those things that they should give me options for. Don't let me, because what if right there I'm like, oh yeah, let me just donate $1,000 at this Panda Express for St. Jude's Hospital. Like,
right.
No, this isn't happening here. If you're gonna say how much do you want to donate, tell me $1, $2, $3, $5, whatever. Give me 4 options, and I'll just choose the lowest one, of course. But at least I feel good about donating. You know what I mean? But when they tell me how much, I'm like, I don't even want to donate anymore. I don't even want to donate anymore because I
just too long. Now we're just holding up the line. Like, if they wanted to donate, maybe they were gonna donate more than me. Now they don't want to either. So
But-
they just lost out on the money.
it's a scary, like, I don't know, because oh man, those menus that are so large that you don't even know where to begin stress me out. Like,
I'm a hater of indecisiveness
why?
because it wastes time.
Are you always on the clock or something? Like, you always got somewhere to be?
I just hate the thinking, bro. I hate like, you know why I hate it? It's because my parents do that a lot. Like
Oh,
recently-
wait. They think?
Yeah, that shit's wild, bro. They contemplate what they want to do. Like, I'll tell you what happened. So I went to go drop off my dad at the airport, and like he, for whatever reason, travels a lot, but forgot that like there's a limit to how much liquid you could have in your case.
Okay.
So he bought this like expensive perfume to like go, I don't know, either wear it or gift it to somebody in back in Ecuador. But the thing is, he calls me. He's like, "Hey, they're gonna throw out this perfume. Come and get it." So I was like, "Okay, I just got home from dropping you off. I'm gonna go get back into the car." I get out. I sit in the car, and then like I turn it on, and he calls me. He was like, "Never mind. It's only cost like $30 to like get the luggage like extra." I was like, "Okay." I go back inside. I take off shoes, everything. I'm chilling now, and he calls me again. Like, "Bro, I've been calling you like 3 more times. Like, come and get it." I was like, "What do you want? Do you want me to go or not?" He was like, "Oh, bro, chill." He was like, "Cause like, listen, I hope this doesn't happen to you. I'm not buying no $200 perfume to take to Ecuador. That's not happening." But it's not even that. It's like, it's just going out and in. It's such a dumb thing to complain about. But that shit gets me tight. Like, just tell me, you want me to go? I'll go. But tell me to go. Don't tell me no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. That's so annoying.
How do you feel about, like, people canceling plans then?
If it's like canceled once, that's fine.
But okay, I guess that's fair.
But if like it's on, it's off, it's on, I'm not going.
But
Or I'm going by myself.
You really would do that?
Yeah.
Why? I feel like
That's
his wasn't
so whack.
I feel like his wasn't necessarily indecision. It was just more so like misunderstanding. He just didn't know what was really going on, and so then it just led to this like misinterpretation of details. But I want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Why don't we, here's an idea. Why don't we find out all the details before asking something?
That's fair. That's fair.
Like imagine I'm like, "Yo, Juan, can you come pick me up?" You're already on the way, and I'm like, "Oh no, like someone's coming to get me. They already left, and we're supposed to go for whatever to Hoboken." And then like 5-10 minutes later, I'll call you back like, "Yo, like I don't know what happened, but they didn't pull up. Come back and get me." Now you gotta do it like turn around like, "Bro, am I going or not? Like, please tell me."
It depends. Certain things I will be more understanding of. Other things I will have less patience for. If it's my family, yeah, I'd probably have zero patience for it. I'd get really upset. Like, my mom got locked out of her car a couple weeks ago.
My worst fear.
Yeah, and I had the spare key, and she like had me go drop off the spare key, and like she was like gonna keep the spare key with her after I gave it to her. I was like, no, like you give me the spare key, because if something happens again, like you're gonna be locked out double. You know what I mean? And I'm driving back home. She's like, I locked myself out again. So I fucking had to turn around, go back to the storage unit. And I was livid. Like, I was fucking visually upset. But I don't know. If it's like work stuff, I don't really get mad about it. Like, there was a day for work where like I got all the way home and they called me to go out again. And I was like, fuck, I just found parking.
You know what? Maybe that's why like I drove them to the airport. I waited for like 10 minutes. I was like, is everything good to go? Yes, we're getting our bags checked right now. Okay, I'm leaving. 10-15 minutes back home. I get out. That's when I get the call like, "Oh, please come back." Like while we were checking the luggage, when you hung up, like they started telling me something. I was like, "Bro, why did you just call me to tell me to stay?"
Yeah.
Now I gotta go back. I was like, now we just wasted an hour.
Yeah, talking about flying, my mom's actually in Uruguay right now after 21 years.
That must have been very emotional.
Yeah, I was really excited for her. She's like with all her family and stuff. It's really nice.
Did
shit
your dad
to
go
see.
too?
No.
Oh.
He'll probably go sometime in the next year or two. But yeah, my mom's in Uruguay. She's sick as shit. I think it's like, She's like, oh yeah, like this is my old neighbor. Like she be talking about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get on the bus and go to this neighborhood, that neighborhood. I'm like, dude, you're not like. I called my cousins the other day and I was like, listen, do not let this woman go anywhere alone. Like, take her by the hand everywhere she needs to go.
She gonna think
like,
she owned this neighborhood when
like
everybody she's known is probably gone.
yeah, like my mom grew up in the trenches of Uruguay. Like she grew up in the straight up trenches, and she talking about something like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take the bus here, and I'm like, nah, like this isn't happening. Like that's not how you gonna move around the city, all right? Like we're not gonna pretend like we run shit. And that's the thing, right? Like I'm sure it's like this in other South American countries, but they find out you're American. That's
It's
it.
over.
That's it.
It's over.
That's it. And apparently my mom was like buying like a fridge or something in Uruguay for her sisters, and they asked her for like a home address, and her sister from across the fucking store yells, "Oh, she can't give you that. She's from America." Son. My mom told me like, yeah, they like followed us home. I was like, yeah, y'all, please do not sleep there tonight. Like, go find somewhere else to sleep. This is getting ridiculous. But exciting shit. 21 years later, it's cool as shit to see. But it's also like, so I recently got a watch, right? And a nice watch, a very nice watch, right? Not that I'm flexing on you guys, but I just wanted to give context to what I'm about to say. And like, I showed my parents, like some of my friends, I showed you, and I was gonna show my mom, but I was like, I do not want to like my family in Uruguay is very like poor, it's like very poverty ridden country.
Check this out.
Yeah. And I was gonna, and my dad the other day, not that I even considered showing my mom because she was in, but like my dad was like, oh, you show your mom yet? And I was like, dude, I don't want to show her that. Like, well, everyone's over. Like, I'm not gonna show my cousins in Uruguay.
Check this out.
Yeah, like that's some dickhead shit. Like, I already do dickhead shit in general, like by accident, because I don't recognize like the cost of things and how things work over there. But I remember one time we were talking about money with my cousin. He had come from Uruguay on like vacation, and I was trying to explain something to him. He's like Carlos. They call me by my name. And he was like, dude, it's not like that over there. And I was like, but you can figure it out. Like, I was like, you can figure it out, bro. Like, you can figure that shit out. Like, come on. You can figure that shit out. But yeah, she's sick of shit over there. Another two people who have been fucking sick is me and you. Yeah. And I want to preface this. Okay. Well, this is probably one of the last weeks we're going to talk about this.
We did not kiss.
That was not where I was going with that.
Oh, sorry. I just needed to make it very clear. That's not why we got sick.
Kevin's always talking about Juan doesn't invite me. Juan doesn't invite me. Juan doesn't invite me. Juan goes out, doesn't invite me. Juan goes out, doesn't invite me. I text Kevin. I'm like, hey, we're going to the city tonight. Kevin's always talking about like, oh, I want to dance and shit. That's your whole thing. You're like, oh, I want to go somewhere where there's dancing. I'm like, Kevin, there's a reggaeton night. In the city,
that's just
fun as shit. It's like Spanish music, like a vibe. Like it's fun. Like a bunch of dancing was going on. I text Kevin because even my friends, because some of my friends listen to the podcast, right? My friend and her boyfriend listen to the podcast, right? Mostly her boyfriend. Well, he's also my friend, but just to give context, he's.
I don't think he likes you, bro.
No, I fuck with him. I fuck with the guy. He's a good guy. He's also my friend. Okay. But it was just context like my friend. You don't know him.
Have I seen him?
No.
Hello.
But they watched the show and then they were like, oh, like tell Kevin to come, right? Because Kevin's always like saying how I don't invite you. And I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. Kevin could come with his girlfriend. Like it's a fun night. Like everyone's like coupled up most of the time. Like I'm one of the few single people in that friend group, so everyone else was like coupled up or whatever. So I was like, oh yeah, this would be a great time for Kevin. Kevin would have a fun time. Text Kevin, yo, bro. City tonight. Mind you, this is Saturday. I send you the link to buy.
Saturday?
Yes, it was a Saturday.
It was Saturday.
Send you the link to buy tickets. Like this is like 3 p.m. Probably. It was probably earlier.
No, it was not.
We could. We're using my. Okay, pull it up. No, actually, pull it up. Pull it up. I want to see the conversation word for fucking word because now you're gonna.
What's your name on my phone?
I don't know. Yeah, but I got the going out sickness.
I got that shit too. 4 p.m.
Okay, but the party, with context, the party didn't start until 11. Like we pre-gamed at my house.
You're just leaving out context. I had to be up at like 5 a.m. the next day.
Who gives a fuck? You leave early
in New York?
Yes, you take an Uber home.
That's crazy. I'm not taking an Uber home from
Dude,
New York,
you're
bro.
crazy. You're crazy.
That was another thing. I was like, wow. you're kind of disconnected from money. That shit's expensive.
No,
Uber from
it's not that
home.
I'm disconnected from money. The thing is, we took the train from my place, right? And then we all Ubered back to my house.
So who was Ubering with me to your house at like 8 p.m.?
Well, but that's why it's not that I'm disconnected from money. I'm saying Uber is cheap from
Yeah,
New
yeah,
York,
yeah.
but I'm saying there were so many of us
But
that
that's
it
what I'm
was
saying.
cheaper. Yes, but you could split it with your girlfriend. Regardless, I text Kevin. He's like, oh, I pull up the conversation. You just had the conversation pulled up.
Okay. Let's see.
He said, "Oh, it's too late." I'm like, brother, this is how plans are made. They happen day of. Like, do you think I'm planning a fucking night out 6 weeks in advance? No. I found out today that this party was going on tonight, so we're gonna leave tonight.
That's a little crazy.
That's real life. What were you doing on a Saturday? You didn't do anything that night.
Okay, you said, do you want to come to a reggaeton night in New York City? I said, I can't today. I'm prepping for a show tomorrow. 6 fucking dots. Bro asking hours prior.
Yeah, okay. 3:59. Do you want to come to a reggaeton night in New York City?
You're just saying what I just said.
5 minutes later, I can't today. I'm prepping for a show tomorrow. Literally, you sent that text at 4:04. I responded at 4:04. 4:04. 6 dots. You responded 4:05. Bro asking hours prior.
Yeah.
I responded at 4:05. This is how plans work. You responded an emoji. I responded, I'll remember this.
What emoji?
You responded, I'm going to cry. I responded, you should, at 4:06. 3 hours later, you text me back saying, there's a lounge here in blank blasting music. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. My place at 9 p.m.
Because you know why I said that? Because you said, hey, you should pick a place and we should go to that. So I gave you a
7:06.
suggestion.
7:06, you texted me. I responded at 7:06. Ass. My place at 9 p.m. Be there or be square. And then I sent you the link to the place to buy tickets. You said square hours. And I said, I hate you. And you said, bro, I told you I can't. I said, I hate you. And you said, if I didn't have to be up at like 5 a.m., I'd be down. I said, if you hate me, just say that. And you said no. And then I left you on red. Because
You're a hater.
because that is, you don't live in reality. Do you want people to tell you things? You think like events, like this isn't an event. It's not like we're like, oh my god, like
Of course it's an event.
But
It's
no,
a
no,
reggaeton
no.
night.
But that happens every single Saturday at that place
Okay.
for the next couple months.
Could have told me Friday.
No, because I didn't know we were doing that. Saturday the plans came up. People were like, yo, let's go. Saturday they told me like, yo.
But that's still kind of last minute. You can't really get
But you
mad if
weren't
you're
doing
saying-
shit.
I just told you what I was doing. I was packing shit to take to a show.
Be honest. Be 100,000% honest with me
Yes.
right now. No, but I'm serious.
Okay, yeah.
Not even for the show, not for jokes. Just be real, raw, and honest with me right now. Okay?
Okay.
If you didn't have the show the next day, would you have gone?
Yes.
You're fucking lying.
How am I lying?
You're lying. Because you wouldn't actually be down. See, this is
Why
what
would
I
I
mean.
not be down?
You're not actually
I
down.
literally went out the next weekend, and you know what you did? You didn't fucking go.
Because I was sick from going out the previous weekend.
uh-huh,
But also, you went out to that
That shit
because
sounds fun. Reggaeton night sounds fun.
you went out because it was planned a week in advance. If I just
Okay.
tell you spur the moment, you just have to be down. None
I
of this
literally-
like
the same week I told you I was down, and then you hit me up. I was literally with Sophia. I was like, yo, that shit was. I literally told her, I was like, damn, if we didn't have to be up at like 5 a.m, I would have been down to go. And she was like, yeah, we could have gone.
whatever, dude. I
You're
felt
a hater, bro.
honestly
You're
that
a
night I'm
hater.
happy you didn't go because full on degeneracy on my end.
Did you record it?
No, just full on degeneracy on my end. On the way there, we were like, see, this is the problem, right? I talk about drinking on the podcast, and people. One time, someone slid up and was like, "You're only," because you said on the podcast, my only personality trait was drinking, and someone said that to me in my Instagram DMs one time because of you, and then I felt incredibly bad that night specifically because
Oh yeah, you were hanging from the ceiling.
no, that wasn't that night.
That wasn't that.
And I
night?
also was never hanging from a ceiling. I was just on a second floor of a
Oh,
restaurant.
that shit was so funny.
A
I was
different
like,
night.
What is bro doing?
Yeah. That was a completely different night. We were drinking like on the train to the city.
Uh-huh.
Like I had a brown bag with alcohol
Oh
in
my
it.
God, bro.
And I was drinking out of my brown
You were
bag
ready.
on my way to the city. That is pure degeneracy. Like that is pure degeneracy at its finest. Like I felt like a piece of shit doing that. It was fun though. It was a good time. I had a good time.
Congratulations.
You should have gone. You would have had a good time
I feel like I
too.
would've had a good
But I'm
time.
kind of happy you didn't go because the way the night ended, you wouldn't have had fun. You would have been a little mad at me.
Why?
Not
Oh, because you left.
Yeah, kind of something like that. Something like that. Something like that.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I feel
something like
I feel like there's
that's-
lore there.
There's lore, I guess. Not even lore, man. Life is just fucking pure. You know what I've been doing recently? You know what I've been doing recently? You know about the Sassy Man Apocalypse, right? I explained that to you last weekend.
Sure.
Okay, I have been
Last weekend.
muting people on Instagram that are bad for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like I can't keep watching your stories. You know what I mean? Cause like knowing me, like I'm gonna want to slide up and say something to you, like not bad in any way, but
the
like
confidence be hitting.
no, it's like I have to just. It's like it's not the confidence. It's like the brokenheartedness. It's like if I keep watching your stories, I think my heart is gonna continuously break and break and break until I can no longer be on Instagram ever again. And I have to be on Instagram for this to work. You know what I mean? For HMO the pod to work. But there are parts of me.
You could just only be on HMO Instagram.
No,
That's
I
a
can't.
solution.
I can't.
That's
I
a solution. Like
I can't.
throwing that out there, by the way. Like that's a real.
I
thing.
can't, dude. I can't. I have to be tapped into the real world sometimes. But also, I don't want to be, you know? So I've been, like, call me sassy, you know? Call me what you want. But I've had to mute some stories just because I'm like, it's for the betterment of myself. You know what I mean? It's like, I know I'm not the best man I can be. And I'm not blaming these other people, but it's like I just like I need to stray away from temptation and deliver myself from evil, as they say.
Sweating to not slide, bro.
Yeah, it's not even about the sliding. It's about like people will hurt my feelings without even knowing. You know what I mean? Like you ever like fall in love with a girl that like has no idea you exist,
No.
and then like you're like seeing her Instagram stories, and like she'll post something, and you're like, why am I in my feelings about this woman? She doesn't even know who I am. Like, but I'm in my feelings about you because I'm in love with you.
You're in there like, got a boyfriend? What?
Son, nah, let's talk about it. Yo. Let's talk about that national boyfriend shit, bro. Let's talk about. Hear me out. If you have a boyfriend and you're not posting for National Boyfriend Day, there's a problem. If you have a boyfriend and you posting for National Boyfriend Day, but you don't show his face, you're single. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, like you're single. Like fuck all this other shit. Like I don't care. I don't think social media defines a relationship. But if you're already going out of your way to post your significant other, but you're purposely blocking their face,
that could be me.
Like-
that could legit be me. That could be my face on his shirt.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you don't need social media to solidify your relationship, but you're already seeking that validation by posting your boyfriend, but you're covering his face. It's like, come on, you're single. Like we know you're single. You're single. And listen to all those people in situationships. Post that man. Post him. Let's see what the fuck happens. I want to see.
Soft drop him and
Soft
like
launch.
Soft launch.
Soft launch.
It's not soft drop.
No, soft launch.
I'm not tuned in. I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Soft launch him on the 9th picture on Instagram, bro. Slide and then on the last one you're like, oh, people that slid all the way, they're gonna get a nice surprise.
But honestly, wouldn't you feel some type of way if like your girl, not that she has to post you, but like if she did post you, she never showed your face? I would think I'm an insecure motherfucker. Like, listen,
You'd be like, are you embarrassed?
yeah, that's what, dude. That's literally what I'm thinking. Like I'm ugly. Like you can't show you. She's like, oh no, babe, I'm trying to hide you. It's like, no, you think I'm ugly. You don't want people to make fun of you.
I don't need the mal ojo. Like, well, bro, like the mal ojo is that you think I'm gonna give people sickness. That's what it is.
Babe, you have 30 Instagram followers. What are we talking about? Who are you hiding me from?
I've met all of them in real life.
That stuff like drives me like it makes me irrationally angry for those people. Like I'm like, dude, what's the point of this? Like either post your man or don't post your man, but don't do this in between shit. You know what I mean? Like
don't put an emoji over his face.
Don't show like half of his, like don't cut him off at the neck and just show his hands. You know what I mean? Because I will find out who your man is, and I will purposely DM him and be like, hey, your girl's been talking to me on the side, even if me and you have never spoken a day in our lives. I when I see that type of shit, it's like, or
Now
posting
you
them
need-
from the back.
Now you need to see them suffer.
Now I need to see everyone's fucking relationships go to shit. You know what I mean? Now, you know what we're in the day and age of? Yo, I'm skipping a relationship. I'm skipping it. I'm going straight
to babies.
straight to engagement. Straight to engagement. Like, I'm not gonna ask you to be my girlfriend. I'm just gonna propose. Fuck all this in between shit. I don't want to date you for two. No, we're gonna start our relationship with the proposal. Fuck all that. Like, will you be my girlfriend? Nah. Will you marry me in 2 years' time at the start of our relationship? And if you tell me no, that's fine. You don't gotta be with me. But we're gonna start it this way. This is the only way. I don't want to do this dating shit. I'm too old for the dating
no,
shit.
2 years from now, like if you're not ready for me to propose, then it's not gonna work from now.
Listen, the second I DM you on Instagram, I need you to drop all your hoes. I need this to be a me and you thing. That's it. Fuck everything else. And then when I propose to you in a week, it's not weird. It's not weird at all. And if the dude is like, oh, bro, like, I was just talking to your girl last month, I'm like, new month, new her. New day, new her.
I only started messaging her last week, so
Yeah. I'm gonna be on my Mormon shit. You know, apparently like Mormons be getting married like mad young.
damn.
Cause you know in Utah has like a lot of Mormons. Do you know
I
what
didn't know
Mormons
that.
are? I don't know what they are completely, so I can't explain
Are
it
they
to
the
you.
hairy ones?
No, that I don't know what you mean by that, but I think there are some prejudicial undertones in that one. But Mormons, I don't know what they are, but I honestly I know it's a
that's-
religious group.
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
religious
never
group.
mind.
Yeah,
Yeah. Some
but I don't know
religious
like the
ones.
inner workings of religion. But I know in Utah there's a lot of them, and there's like this
They
TikTok
are.
page for this like Mormon college, and apparently like in like so like most religions I believe like you're not supposed to have intercourse before marriage. But I don't know if this is Mormon specific or Utah specific or
Are you
around
talking about the
soaking.
sway? The soaking, that's what it's called. Yeah.
soaking and shaking the
I learned
bed.
about that. I learned about that in college. That
So
was
what they do
interesting.
is like they don't thrust.
because okay, do you know why?
No.
It's because the like sin is in the act. So the sin is in you thrusting. So but there's no sin of a woman sitting on your dick. So what they do is they get a third party to simulate the thrusting. And that's how it
What do you mean?
happens.
Wait. What do you mean they got a third party to simulate?
There's a third person.
Oh, shaking the bed. You mean though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You said to simulate the thrusting. I thought you meant like.
Yeah.
I thought you meant someone was just watching like thrusting in the air. You know what I mean? Like.
No. But they there's different. There's like I don't want to say there's different ways, but like they could literally just be jumping on the bed, moving the bed, actually pushing you.
Really?
Yeah, it's like because there was somebody who like came up on my TikTok. She was like, "Oh, I used to be like, I don't know if it was used to be Mormon, but she like during that time like practiced it, and there was like different like ways
To
to like
soak and
like,
shake
to-
the bed.
something like to get around it. Like she was like, "Oh, like, I just put tape over my nipples, but like I could take my bra off because he's not looking at my nipples." So like,
Really?
yeah, I was like, "Wow, that's so like
Smart and innovative.
just sin."
At that point, I mean, we're all going to hell, I think. But that shit is actually pretty interesting.
God can't see nipples.
Literally, what if, son? They might be onto. What if that's better than actual like intercourse, like just like soaking,
Somebody shaking the lofted bed.
son, dude. That might be the wave, dude. Like, I'm going celibate and only soaking from now on.
That shit was crazy.
That shit sounds fucking crazy. Like, I didn't know that there was a third person involved. I thought you just like
There was
like
one-
shook the bed.
Yeah,
with
there
your
was one
arms.
video of like somebody who was like helping my friend with soaking, and like she was like shaking the bed, and every time she like shook it like very slightly, the woman started screaming because she was like, "I'm sinning, I'm sinning,"
Oh my
and I
god.
was like, "Oh my god!" Like,
Yeah,
that
at that
sounds
point,
like,
like, we could just
don't
stop.
ask me. Yeah, don't ask me. I don't want to be a part of that.
Would you shake the bed for me? Be honest. Be honest. Like, no. Like, jokes aside, like, be real and raw with me right now. Like, I'm like, yo, Kevin, like, I'm really done with this. Like, shit. Like, I'm really like, I turn myself to these things, but like, there's this like beautiful woman coming. Like, she's a Mormon girl. Like, she doesn't want to do anything like that, and I'm down with that. Like, I'm down to just like soak, but like, we really
I
need
need a
someone.
soaker.
I need someone to shake the bed. I need a shaker. Like, you come in and shaking the bed for me.
I'm gonna need something, bro.
I mean, but like realistically, I could have my clothes on during this whole interaction. It'll be like going to the bathroom when you have dress pants on. Like you just undo the zipper and pull the thing out. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I'm not taking off my whole pants. Like my ass isn't gonna be out. It's just gonna be straight out the zipper.
PayPal me $100.
You would ask me for money for that? I would shake for you.
Oh wow.
I would if you. I would just not look, obviously. Like or you could just be under my bed.
I've been watching Subway Surfers. Well, just put on a movie. Like, oh shit! Like I've been really meaning to watch this. Like,
I'm really happy that you think I would last the full 2.5 hours or however long that movie is. Yeah, a short film maybe.
On a
you could
soak, bro.
Honestly, dude.
On a soak,
dude. I know no bounds when it comes to that type of stuff.
Bro,
like,
you gotta be like, you have to be strong as shit to lift 2 humans.
But you don't have to lift me. You just gotta fucking
movements.
shake my bed a little bit. Yeah, like you don't really have to put a lot of effort into it. I don't think.
What? It's 2 humans on that bed.
Yeah, but how much do you think I weigh?
Shake your bed right now.
I'm too far away from it, and I can't. But it's not that hard. I promise you. Just shake the mattress. Yeah, look at that. That's got some motion on it, to be honest.
Can you go sit?
The problem is that that's a Tempur-Pedic, so it's just absorbing the motion. But
I was like, only this area is moving.
Yeah. So
can you go lay down?
No.
Okay.
Let's say I buy like a spring-loaded bed just for this specific interaction, or
technique.
Hear me out. You buy one of those beds that's like hanging, like a lofted bed. It's like hanging with chains, and it's like a floating bed, but like it kind of swings.
With the chains where you hook them up?
No. I don't mean on some kinky fucking bondage shit. I'm talking about the bed is like hanging from the ceiling.
What?
Not necessarily with chains, but
they
it's like
sell that?
I don't know if they sell it, but I would make it.
Like Dracula?
That's a coffin. Dracula sleeps in a coffin.
But he sleeps upside down.
What the fuck does that have to?
The bed's upside down.
No, you fucking goofy man. The bed is like a regular bed, but instead of the legs touching the floor, it's like connected to the ceiling, so it's like a swing on a bed.
I can't visualize this,
dude. Are you dumb?
I guess
it's
I guess,
dude.
What is it called? I'm looking.
Just put up like
swing bed,
hanging bed. It's actually like this is why we need a fucking producer who could have just fucking pulled this shit up already. Because now you're pissing me off.
Hanging bed.
Or
I feel like you're explaining this terribly.
Or I buy a water bed. A water bed might go crazy.
Put some fishies in there. Like that thing?
Yeah, it's fucking hanging from the ceiling.
Why would you want that?
Well, that one has wood. But I'm talking about if you use just like chains, then you can. But I'm saying for the sake of soaking.
Like
it'll be like
you got the soaker room.
I got the soaker room,
like super soaker.
Because then you'll like shove me like a swing. You know what I mean? It's like higher, Kevin. You're gonna like push a little harder.
Are y'all comfy?
Yeah, wouldn't that be?
What's
fine?
the safe word?
No, I honestly shout out to them, bro. Because
but okay, how does it end? Can they like lift themselves up? Do I gotta like profusely shake until like one of you falls off?
I think you can just. I don't know. We'd have to get someone who participates in it to fully really understand what's going on in that realm. But I'm just a little straight away from it.
Wait, how did we get here? How did you start talking about this?
Oh, just because I told you I was like hiding Instagram stories, but that's besides the point. Listen, there's things you can or can't do, but from going out, right? I got the going out sickness. You go out one night, then you have a cough for 3 to 4 weeks. Wasn't the vid? I don't know what it is. I might need a pump again. I don't know because I have not gotten rid of my cough for 3-4 weeks. The 2 weeks we didn't film the pod because I was sick. Last week we didn't film the pod because you were sick, and now we're both here kind of sick.
Terrible.
We're both here kind of sick filming
like,
the pod.
Y'all are gonna forget. So
yeah, I've had a cough for like 3-4 weeks now, and I'm starting to get worried. I think it's something I might actually need to like go to the doctor for. Like I have health insurance, I could go to the doctor.
You should go while you have it.
It's like one of those things where it's like, do I need to? You know, like what's the doctor gonna tell me? Like, if something's killing me, it's gonna kill me. You know what I mean? Like. What are we gonna do to prevent it? You know what I mean?
But you could be a little happy.
I'm not unhappy per se, but I'm just not in the best mood.
I would be crying if I had to cough every day for like a month.
Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks. It's literally been 3 weeks. It's not going away. It's like I'm like at the tail end of it. I think by next week I'll be good. But I always get sick like this during this time. So like, It is what it is. But then the following weekend, right? So I invited you to that reggaeton night. You didn't come. You blew me off. You're not the only friend who blew me off that night. 2 people did that to me. That's fine.
Ooh.
Whatever. The other one, I don't know if he listens to this podcast. Probably doesn't. But I invited him. He didn't come. And then the next weekend, you fucking go out.
Yeah.
How was that? Your going out experience?
I enjoyed it.
We
went
but you
to
weren't
2 clubs.
drinking, right?
No, I only drank a little bit.
Okay.
But like, I enjoyed one more than the other. A lot of our friends that went are into hip hop, so we went to the hip hop bar, and that shit is not hype. Like, I'm sorry, like it's like less hype than when we went to the other one, which had like it had hip hop, but it also had other mixes of stuff.
Like what?
Where it was like pop, it was Portuguese music, Spanish music. It was like a lot of stuff like mixed in that was a little more movable. Bro, we were in there at that. People, I mean, they were drunk, but like, bro, you couldn't like. I don't care what you tell me. Like, you're not really getting turned to Drake. Like, there's like it's like a bump. Like, that's it.
Wait, what?
To Drake?
Oh, you're not getting turned to Drake. You're crazy.
Yeah, like, you're not, bro.
No, you're crazy.
How am I crazy?
You are getting turned to Drake. Like, you.
Bro, we were in there like, jumping. There's somebody jumping. Or whatever the fuck he says. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay. I was like, we're drinking. Okay, we'll move around. But like, this is like as much as you're doing.
But like, what did you expect? Like, someone to bust
like,
out in a full
well,
salsa? Like, I don't get it.
That's the reggaeton night would have been more fun. I already know it was more fun. It was a lot more live than that. But like, no,
Well-
the other one was people like actually like moving. Like, that was fun. You know what though? I thought I would encounter way more fights than we did. We didn't encounter 0. I don't know why I thought it was like a war zone.
It depends where you go. Like that night in the dude, you just have to get lucky.
Like,
honestly,
I did not want to run into some angry, aggressive, drunk people.
Nah, cause you weren't even there. What time did you go home that night?
We were home at like 2.
But did you go
3?
get pizza at that spot?
Yeah.
Oh, that's surprising then, because they always fight there. There's always
Really?
every night.
There was
like,
a big ass line, but there was no.
there's
fighting.
always a fight there. Like every single time I've gone out there to party, that pizza spot, the only pizza spot that's open that late, always a fight. Like
We were just
every
chilling.
single time.
Like in front of the pizza, or because of the pizza.
No, like right, I don't know. People are just drunk and like angry, and I don't get aggressive
There
drunk.
was
So I
some.
don't fucking
There was
know.
some really annoying people with cars that were just like revving their cars really loudly for no reason. I think they were trying to impress some girls, but holy fuck, please just drive away. I hate that shit.
Yeah,
That's it.
I saw a fight when I went out that night in the city, but it was
reggaeton
fucking
night?
yeah, but it was fucking hilarious because like most times like you see a fight, those people get kicked out. They fought very quickly, stopped fighting. We helped them up, and we were like, "Yo, guys, like just chill out." Like my friend group like kind of helped the guy, and then they just stayed in the fucking club. Like no one got kicked out. No, son, listen, bro. If someone wanted to bring the strap in that bitch,
It would have happened.
it would have got shot up because those guys gave me the easiest pat down of my fucking life. And I didn't even think about it at the time because I was fucked up, you know? But then we were talking about the next day and I was like, yeah, those guys fought, stayed inside the club, and just went on with the rest of their night like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Those guys could have fought. The guy could have pulled out the strap, let that shit fucking loose in the fucking club.
DJ just turned the music up louder.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
But I was out there. I just try to have a good time, you know, when I'm out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still that whole I approached a single lady that night, a single one. To be fair, she had her back turned towards me, and I was very respectful. Everybody, I was just like, "Hey, you want to dance with me for a little bit?" Like straight like that. Like I may have said it in Spanish even.
Do you want to dance?
No, I was like, she was like with her friend group. She was like, I don't even think she saw me. If she saw me, her answer probably was gonna be the same. To be fair, but I was like, cause my friend hyped me up too much. You know what I mean? Cause like I don't usually do that type of shit. But they're like, oh, like you do this, that. And I was like, dude, like you want me to go say something? Like I'll go say something. And I was fucked up at the time, so I was like, fuck it, I'll go say something. And I was like, hey, you want to dance with me right now? And she was like. And I was like, okay. And then I just turned around and I was like, I just got fucking dubbed. Yo. She just dubbed the fuck out of
Now
me.
you gotta change clubs.
Nah, I don't really care. I just take it in stride. Like, that's the thing. I just,
I don't think.
take it on the chin.
Yeah.
You didn't witness anything crazy that
Yeah,
night?
I didn't. It was very chill. It was very
That's
very
also, like,
tame,
not the
very
type of, like,
tame.
I don't know. I don't see that group getting too crazy either.
No, but like I no, I didn't think about that group. I thought about seeing like around like other groups. Like I didn't think. I thought that was like the biggest worry. Like, oh shit! I hope shit doesn't hit the fan too fast. But it didn't. It was like people were just pretty chill.
Yeah, I've never gotten into a fight. The closest I've ever gotten to a fight wasn't even, like, close to it, but these two dudes were taking a picture, and I got in their picture, like, just to fuck around. And they're like, do we know you? And I was like, nah. And they were like, I was like, don't get my fucking picture. And I was
You're
like,
ruining the aesthetic,
yeah.
bro.
I was just like, yo, it's not that deep. Like my fault. Like I wasn't even doing this on purpose. But I just de-escalated because I don't get too crazy in those types of places. But I digress. I hope you had a fun night cheating on me. Cool. It's whatever. I invited you out. You don't come out.
No.
Okay. So, fast forward 2 weeks later.
Like today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fast forward 2 weeks later. Fuck. What was it? I said something I wanted to mention towards the end of the podcast. We're honing in on the end, huh?
Adults?
No. We talked about that at the beginning. Just about like finding your place in life, right? Where I wanted to tell you, like, because you like, right, some things are going on in my life that are pretty positive, right? And you like congratulated me, whatever. You told me your parents congratulated me.
Say congratulations in the chat.
It doesn't matter. You don't need to do that, but
it's well deserved.
But it's one of those things, right? Where I know you don't really like the God talk and stuff like that, and but it's like one of those things where I feel sometimes like you're doing stuff and you don't realize what you're doing, or like you do realize what you're doing, but you don't recognize like where you're going or if you're on the right path or this, that, and the third. And sometimes in life, you get like that like reassurance. Mm-hmm. And that happened to me on a crazy level recently. Like, I'll talk about it because I just like to give the context because like the story's really crazy, right? But I got a promotion at work, right?
Yay.
Great. Congratulations. But, right, I was like in this thing where I didn't think I was going to get, because I recently started there, so I didn't think I was going to get the promotion. But it was like, I had no idea about it. But that morning, I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I was like, hey, is there like ever, mind you, I didn't know anything. This was like a spur of the moment, like work was slow. So I was like, oh, Juan, let's go get breakfast. I was like, all right, bet. We're talking, and I was just like, hey, is like there ever a world where like I get promoted really early on in like my career, like where I don't have to wait like a year or like some, because I've been doing well at work. Not that I'm like the greatest person in the world at my job, but you know I do pretty well, and you know I put pieces together, whatever. But that morning I had spoken to my coworker, and I was like, yo, is there ever like a world where I get promoted like early, you know, like where I don't have to wait a year for like these things? And he was just like, oh, hold on, like, I wouldn't know, like, this and the third, like, it's not really up to us. And I was like, all right, whatever. That fucking afternoon, I got a call from my boss, like, yo, we want to promote you. And I was like, dude, I was just talking to so-and-so about this. He was like, really? I was like, yeah, you haven't spoken to him? He's like, no. I was like, what fucking timing?
They just lied to you.
What fucking timing is that? That day that I fucking asked about the promotion, it finally got approved for me to get promoted. You know what I mean? Because that was something that they were working on in the background. But isn't that fucking crazy? Like, it's like those things where it's like, I was telling my dad about it too. It's like, I was already an engineer before I took this role. I took a chance on a role, and it's paying off really, really great in the end. But I took a chance on a role, and I was already an engineer, but I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? And now I'm finally doing like more in the realm of what I want to do. And I was telling my dad, I was like, dude, like it finally feels like everything paid off. Mm-hmm. Like it finally feels like I'm reaping the benefits of my labor. Like finally, like I finally feel like I've touched where I've wanted to be for fucking 20 years since I got to America. You know what I mean? And it was so like crazy to me that it was that same day that I had asked my coworker, like, yo, what are the chances? And I get that. It was just one of those things where it's like, sometimes you don't know where you're going, but you get that little fucking like shove in the right direction where you're like, oh, this isn't by chance. Like, I'm really doing this shit. Like, there's a reason. Like, not that I want to give it up. Like, I don't believe there's a reason for everything. But like, when shit like that happens, I'm like, oh yeah, like, this is supposed to happen. It's like the way I feel about this podcast. It's the way I even felt about streaming. Like, I remember when I was streaming a lot, like, certain things were happening where I was like, oh, I could really do this streaming shit. Like, I could really do this. And I still, to this day, believe I could be a good streamer. I still, to this day, believe in this fucking podcast. You know what I mean? But I remember one time I was talking to one of my friends, and he told me, like, oh, yeah, like, I was talking to your cousin, told him that you're, like, streaming and stuff. And he was like, oh, like, one thing about Juan is that he's super entertaining. And I was like, dude, that's something my cousin would never say to me. Like, that's so crazy. And I don't know why that drove me to be like, dude, I'm entertained. Like, I could really, like, I'm not just bullshitting. Like, it's not, because it's really easy when you're, like, fucking doing stuff to be delusional. You know what I mean? Like, to be like, oh, no, this is just all in my head. This is just all in my fucking head. Like, I think I'm a good engineer. Like, that's just in my head. Like, nothing proves that. Like, nothing tells you, like, yeah, I'm actually good at this shit. Nothing tells you, like, oh, I'm actually good at this part. You know, our shit went viral, 2-3 million views. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, like, we might not be the greatest podcast in the world, but, like, we're not fucking ass. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
These things, while they do happen by chance, you know what I mean? Like, it's not an accident that they do happen. You know what I mean? Because we're putting in the work, we're doing the stuff, we're doing things the right way to actually like move forward in it. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, things happen by chance, but they don't happen by accident.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Things do happen by chance, but they don't happen by accident.
Right.
And yeah, that I don't know. That was just something that like really like I was like, fuck, bro. Like, this is my life right now. Like that it was such a that day was probably like in my adult life was probably one of the most like surreal days I've ever had ever. It was like I wanted to cry. Like I genuinely was like,
I believe it.
yeah, and it's not even like that big a deal. And like you guys will find out like
I think it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal, but I just mean like
you accelerated so fast.
Yeah.
You made a career so fast. That is insane.
But outside of me specific, because I don't like to pat myself on the back too much. I don't.
I could do it.
No. I know. Like I know all these things. But it's more so like it's just I don't know. I hate the corny. It's like, oh, coming from where we come from. Like me and my friend, like we have a running joke, which is a joke, but there is some truth to it. It's like, we're not supposed to fucking be here. We're not supposed to be where we are right now. Like today I had lunch with my friend. Like I was in like, you know, my polos all dressed up because of work, and he was all dressed up because of his job. And I was like, he was like, damn, we're not supposed to be here. And I was like, dude, we're not supposed to fucking be here right now. Like, we have infiltrated these spaces that have not been like designed for us, and it's cool. It's fucking cool, you know. Yeah, I hate talking. I'd like to talk about it to share with people, but I hate talking about it because no matter which way I say it, it sounds like a humble brag, and I don't mean for it to come off that way, but it will no matter what.
But
so
I feel like it's fair.
Yeah. Of course. But it just in my head, I'm like, oh, I don't want to come off like I'm humble bragging, which I am. Like I know I am, but it's like I just want to share this with people, which I didn't even necessarily want to talk about necessarily like the promotion itself. But it's like, but I don't know. It's just like a timing thing. Like, it's just one of, I don't know how to say it. Timing is crazy. The timing of stuff is crazy. When stuff like that happens, I don't know. It just makes me like think like, dude, it's so cheesy, but it really makes you think like, dude, anything is possible. Like, oh my, like it just takes the moment. Like it just takes one moment. It just takes one fucking moment. And I hate sounding that way. I hate like, oh my god, like anything is possible. But like certain moments like that, I'm just like, fuck, dude, like anything really is possible. Oh, it's so corny, but it's so fucking true, and it pisses me off. I hate that corny shit is true sometimes. Like that shit pisses me off.
I feel like I'm on the other end right now. I feel like shit definitely went down in the last couple months where I feel like I'm not in that space, especially because like a lot of stuff started like not catching up, but a lot of like real ass shit started happening, where like one of them being that like I am officially no longer a student.
Yeah.
Like that was a very crazy realization. Like I'm officially like no longer like associated with my college. Like they told me, it was like, wait, you can't, if you don't come back now, like that's it. Like you have to reapply. And I was like, holy shit. Like, well, I can't come back. Like,
yeah.
But like, that's crazy. Like I'm like,
well, you can just
no.
You have to reapply.
I'm talking about like you need to come back like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I mean, I can't. But like, okay, you just need to you need to reapply. Like, you're like, everything basically got revoked, and I was like, oh wow, like it's really been since I took the leap of like doing something for myself and like trying to take an alternate path. It's already been 2 years, and like moment like that is like a lot of shit started catching up. Maybe, and I feel like a little recently, some of like some comments from people have been like taking a little
dude,
a little harder.
I already know what you're talking about, and that stuff pisses me off. So I already told you how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
But it's not even. It's like. Not,
I don't like that at all. But I told you how I feel about it. I don't like
Yeah.
that at all. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Like, there's one thing. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm sorry, but like, there's one thing where it's like to give your opinion to your friends, but never like I wouldn't make you feel bad about your decision.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like sometimes some comments aren't like, even if they're well spirited, some comments shouldn't be made about
Yeah.
people's decisions. Like, sometimes you need to let people make the decisions they make. You can, if you feel some type of way about it, feel some type of way about it, but you don't have to, especially when it doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
especially when it
like,
doesn't affect you.
I know what you're talking about, but it was just more so like people in like around me, sort of like directly, like at home, and like I guess other like closer family. But it's like hearing stuff. It's like, damn, like especially now since like I had the option to return whenever I wanted, but now I have to take an extra step if I actually did want to do something. I'll like take the traditional path, which is like, it's scary. It is scary. It's like, oh wow, like I don't want to say this is like, I don't take it as a negative necessarily that like, okay, like my school just got taken away, right? Like I'm no longer a student, like that, like it's not closed because I could just reapply, like that's just a thing. But like it's scary that like if I wanted to change within the day or within like the 6 months, it's a lot harder now than it used to be. And like, I mean, still like taking the path that I chose, I still think back to like, okay, if a college degree took 4 years, I'm still very young in like my process to try to make a career or like try to do something different. So I don't take it too like, I don't want to say personally, but too hard. But it's easy to feel behind when stuff like this happens, where it's like you're super happy for a friend to like really push and like get what they deserve, and like in your case it's like that is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
But it's also like I understand that like this is very much, I don't want to say, because I don't want to discredit, but it feels like very much like an outlier in a sense, because we still have a ton of people
In
that
that
are
same space,
very
yeah.
very low in their career when they've already graduated, already been in the workforce, or still trying to get into the workforce. But it's I don't know. Is it scary? I guess it's scary to think that like, what if I don't get to that point?
Yeah.
That's one thing that like recently it's been a little like on my mind, especially with shit like in family wise shit has taken like
A toll. Yeah.
yeah, it's been a little rough, like just at home, but like it's crazy to think of like where can I get to that point, especially with the route that I took. It's not supposed to be like sad. I feel like I'm getting into like a sad space,
No.
but, like,
But I understand the space.
but
you're in.
it's for people that like might hear this and take it like a damn, I'm behind.
Yeah, that's also why I try to be careful with like my verbiage and stuff like that, because even with you guys, like I don't want to like how do I say this without fucking sounding like a dickhead? It's like
Sound like a dickhead.
no. It's not even sound like a dickhead. It's like I think you should be able to share your accomplishments with your friends, but also like try to. I know I'm not the best at this. That's why I'm like saying, but it's like I called you the other day when I got my watch, and I was like, look at my watch. Like I was on some like stupid.
But that's
stuff.
cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. But also it's like, I don't know, like I get what you're saying too, but also coming from like the other perspective, it's also like hard sometimes to like share your accomplishments with your friends, because it's like, oh, I don't want them to think that either, that they're like behind or anything, because it's just not true. You know what I mean? Like it's just not true. Like as much as I figured out, I don't have it figured out. You know what I mean? So it's like in that realm of like in betweenness and shit. So it's still the same. I think it's just like new problems and new issues and new things to figure out. But yeah, I don't think you're behind.
No.
I think everyone does things at their own pace. Like how many? I mean, I know a lot of people with even with degrees that are still
Or like
figuring it
struggling, or
out.
like just still trying to make it, which is like fair. That's why it's kind of like, damn, like it's kind of like I don't know. It's just it's easy to get into a bad headspace.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the issue with it. It's easy
I
to
agree.
get into bad headspace, but it's also easy to get like at least for me, it's easy to get motivated when you hear positive things happening around you.
Yeah. It takes a certain type of person to hear that, like hear your friend's accomplishments and feel motivated. And there's another headspace where you hear that and you're like jealous
Right.
and that's not. You shouldn't be jealous of your friends.
Yeah, no.
Like
of
you
course
shouldn't be jealous of your friends. If like that's like a feeling you have towards
I
your
feel like
friends, like
not. If there was somebody like that, I feel like I would cut them off.
yeah,
very
yeah,
fast.
yeah. Because jealousy is like
if,
a
if there was
negative
anybody
thing.
that would hear like at least your accomplishments or whatever and be like, man, like what the fuck, like how did he do it but I didn't? That shit is like very toxic. And,
Yeah,
like,
I think jealousy in general just has like a negative connotation. Like even if you don't mean it in like a bad way, it's like the lighthearted ones was like, "Oh, I'm so jealous you got this game" or something like that. But if it's like, "Oh, I'm so jealous you bought a new car" or something like that, it's like it's I don't know. There's like a fine line where it's like you shouldn't use the word jealousy. Like instead of saying like I'm jealous, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm happy for you."
all
or
jokes have a
something.
hidden truth.
Yeah,
Like, we all talk about, like,
there's something about like that jealousy shit where it's like there's a fine line. There's like a fine in between where you're like, I don't know if you like me or if you fucking despise me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, are you happy?
you're
or...
just keeping me around to be a hater. Damn, yo, like I
We're
feel like
fucked
all
up,
that talking, like
yeah,
let's get into this.
yeah. I think with that being said, I hope everyone keeps going on their path. I hope everyone tries to find out what they like to do or what they're good at and lean into those things. You know what I mean? If you think you're good at something, lean into it. Fuck it. As long as it's not putting you in a very, very bad spot. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm all for dream chasing, but be grounded in your dream chasing sometimes.
Have a job.
Yeah. Or, like, and I don't mean to say, like, that doesn't mean to say, like, don't go all in on your dreams. Like, I still believe people should do that
But
sometimes.
take a calculated risk.
But
That's what it has. That's what
think
it
a
comes
little
down to.
bit. Yeah, like, think about... It's just a dangerous space, you know? Because it's like... It's just a dangerous space. It's hard to talk about because it's like I want people to go all in on their dreams, but also like coming from a grounded headspace, I'm like be reasonable in your dream chasing. But you can't tell somebody to be reasonable when they're talking about their dreams. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's not fair to that person. But yeah, find something you're good at, lean into it. Sorry for the hiatus. Hopefully we're better. I'm going away at the end of the
trying not to
month,
talk.
so maybe
Oh my
maybe
God.
we're gonna be away for another
Wait,
2
that's-
weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, it's the end of
Wow,
this
that's
month.
Wow, that caught up. Okay.
We could probably film an extra episode one of these weeks
I'm down.
if we're lucky.
We might
yeah.
just have to sacrifice a weekend, which is fine.
yeah,
Fuck it,
whatever.
Whatever. It's only
But-
a week, right?
2 weeks.
Okay, we might have to sacrifice 2.
2 weeks just to fill in the spots. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here for today. Anything you want to add?
For anybody that is recently graduated and trying to traverse the weird adult life, you're not behind. I feel like
Maybe a little bit.
you're not.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe you should catch up. Maybe start fucking sprinting and stop fucking jogging.
Don't listen to Juan.
Maybe start sprinting instead of fucking walking. If you're in a 100-meter race, are you going to walk the 100 meters or are you going to sprint in that bitch? If you're signing up for that 100-meter race, you better be ready to sprint. That's real shit.
That was the bad cop. Good cop says, you're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you for listening. See you next week.
Bye, y'all. Mwah.